James Melendez. I have this Trebbiano wine from the Lazio. Stay tuned for this review. So I was at a retailer here in San Francisco called Beyond Divino, and they specialize in Italian wines, and it's lovely to go in there because when you're there you can ask for any region and they have it. They have a few representative bottles, which is wonderful. Now this wine here is called Rhesan. It is senza chimica, senza sulfiti aggiunti. So this means that it's without chemicals and without any sulfites. So it's agricoltura biologica, biodinamica e vegana. This is a vegan wine. And so the back panel right here, and so this is a fantastic wine, 12.5% Bianco Trebbiano. And this is one wine where it is a natural wine, and so I think natural wines, I was at a conference recently, I won't say where it was. So when you talk about natural wines in a room filled with wine writers and sommeliers, it's a controversial term. So there were some very negative words about natural wines, and for me, I really don't despise them. I don't necessarily look for them necessarily either, but I think it's a really great opportunity to think about it and think about maybe the methods used 2,000 years ago, 500 years ago, whatever it might be. And most likely those productions were under a very different regimen than we have today. And I think people are much more interested in terms of, say, biodynamic, or they're looking for vegan. And a lot of times, there are not a lot of vegan wines out there. A lot of animal product is utilized, such as eggs. And for many people, it's very, very important to get that certification, and then it's labeled on the wine itself. And I think that's a really wonderful thing, right? We should all get the wines we want. My viewpoint on natural wines is if it's something that really is pleasing to you, then you should definitely do it. Do they taste different? I would definitely say so. Some people would say a barnyard characteristic, but I don't think that's absolutely correct, especially in white wines. So sulfites are really that marking point where people want to get away from them. And I was also in Champagne last year in September, and there was one producer, and I think there's only 2 producers in Champagne that are producing without sulfites, which is pretty amazing when you think about that. There's this wonderful restaurant in Bari called Ristorante Biancoforte. I definitely recommend it. I had an amazing experience, super fresh seafood, and of course the Pulian cuisine was amazing. And this is a particular restaurant that I thought was really cool because there were so many natural wines. And I was with, of course, a party of wine writers and wine judges. And a lot of people, I would say half the table is split between not liking them and the other half were really digging them. So it is, people marking their lines and marking their desire points. And for me, I really enjoyed it. I think it actually paired really well with food because the salinity of the seafood paired well with many wines like this at Trebbiano, and tasted wines from all southern Italy, and I think that was a purpose. I think it was just fantastically well done. It was really beautiful, gorgeous wines all together. So this wine here is Trebbiano, and for me, I didn't go specifically looking for a natural wine. I was just looking for a Lazio wine, and Lazio, near Rome, is the region that surrounds Rome, is really not a wine region you find a lot of wines from. And I think a lot of it has to do with that. I was also shopping recently in San Francisco's wine retail landscape, and it's pretty varied. And that's why I went to Beyond Divino, because I wanted to really specialize in the non-obvious regions, or the lesser known regions, or lesser purchased regions. Trebbiano is one of them. I think in Trebbiano you'd have found much more planted years ago in California than you do today. And Trebbiano is something you definitely identify with the Lazio and other regions in Italy as well. And for me, it was really just getting to the heart of the matter of enjoying this and finding this, and really, I really wanted that characterization of when I was last year in Rome. I spent a good week there, 7 days, and to enjoy Lazio wines. I really, it was very purposeful. So every single place I dined, I had a Lazio wine. I didn't want to go any other region except the region that I was in. Really nice characterization on this of white peach, Amalfi lemon, white flowers, tea, and calla lily. Calla lily is a great description. A lot of people would say that calla lily does not have a fragrance or scent characterization, but it does. It's actually just a slight buttery tone with a mix of freshness, and that's why I use this in a descriptor. So next, the flavor characterization, and I'll repeat that point score once again. Now the alcohol point in this is 12.5%, I would actually dial it down and say it's really in the 12 range in my opinion. Maybe it's 11.5. It's probably correctly listed, but for me, that is my perception on this wine. I'm getting notes of white stone fruit, Meyer lemon, crushed seashells, again, by that salinity point, and sesame. And sesame I use as a designate to talk about savory qualities to the wine. So it's not a sweet wine at all, and I really enjoy that. So of course, very, very dry, but the characterization of the Trebbiano and also the methodology of making this wine, in my opinion, really results in a very savory wine, but a very light, crisp wine. So this wine is 92 points out of 100 points. Do me a favor, give a like to this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and also you can have a conversation, and we can do so on the variety of social medias that I'm on that you might be on as well, such as Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, LinkedIn, as well as Instagram and WordPress. Thank you for watching today. Stay tuned for more. Salute!